Hello everyone, welcome to our EVS class. Today we are going to discuss about the things which are present around us and the surroundings in which we live very comfortably and happily is known as the environment, and this is the new term which you are coming across with this environment plays an important role to make us to live happily. Now, this environment has been polluted in so many ways. The topic of our today's video is to know about the environment and the types of pollution happening in our environment. What are the preventive measures we need to follow to protect our environment and to live safely on this earth? Let's have our journey with starting by knowing about the term environment. What is the pollution, what are the pollutants, what are the types of pollution, and everything we will be going to discuss in this video. Now, as I discussed that our environment consists of both living and non-living things. First of all, let me clear you once again what is the term environment. The surroundings in which we live in is called as our environment. Environment will be different from place to place, children. Now, these environment or these surroundings in which we are living will be consisting of both living and as well as non-living things. The common terms, these are the common terms, living and non-living thing, and in these are again termed as biotic and abiotic components. Biotic components means the living things are named as biotic and non-living things are called as abiotic. Both biotic and abiotic components which are present in our surroundings together form as an environment. Now we are going to discuss the addition of these harmful substances to the environment causes pollution. These harmful substances which are adding to the environment which is not safe for the environment are called as pollutants. Pollutants will cause this pollution. These pollutants are added to the environment because of the various human activities which is happening day to day, like industrialization, the vehicles, running of the vehicles, and next one usage of abundance of plastic. These are all the unwanted substances which are added to the environment and cannot be accepted into the nature. But because of these human activities, there is a pollution is in a dangerous zone. This pollution is majorly divided into four types, children. First one is the air pollution, second one is the water pollution, land pollution, and noise pollution. These are the four major pollutions which are affecting not only the human beings but also the plants and as well as these animals. Now let us discuss each one by one pollution. What are the causes of this pollution and what are the effects of this pollution and how can we reduce this pollution? Each pollution we are going to discuss the effects of this pollution, causes of the pollution, what are the preventive measures we need to follow to reduce these four types of pollution. Now we are going to discuss about this air pollution. The reasons for this air pollution means, first of all let me clear you about the definition of air pollution. Adding the harmful substances into the air, harmful gases into the air is called as air pollution. The causes for this air pollution is the smoke from the industries and the vehicles and the burning of coal and firewood. In many villages for cooking purpose they are still using firewood for cooking, and smoke from the firecrackers. You know Diwali, how nicely we celebrate by firing so many firecrackers. You don't know that all these firecrackers will release the poisonous gases or harmful gases into the air, which causes the major air pollution. These are the major reasons or the major causes of this air pollution. Now, you know that we are very badly affecting with the air as we are not getting the pure air. And how can we prevent this? What are the effects of this air pollution? Okay, we have polluted the air. What will be the effect of this air pollution? Means First thing is many people will suffer with the asthma. The breathing capacity of the lungs will be very badly affected because of this air pollution. And second thing is there is a chance of getting lung cancer, and many breathing problems also will be happening because of this air pollution. And what are the preventive measures? We know that these are the reasons for this air pollution. These are the effects of air pollution. And the second thing is the what would be the preventive measures. First and foremost thing which we can avoid this, we can control the air pollution is planting trees. The best filters of these poisonous gases or harmful gases from the air is the only thing is planting more trees. So we should ensure that every year we are participating in afforestations. This afforestation. We are doing this afforestation, not deforestation. Afforestation means planting trees maximum possible, planting plants to protect our environment by reducing the air pollution. Next, not only planting the trees is alone is not sufficient, children. Along with that, we should ensure and we should feel very responsible about our environment, and we need to go walk for a short distances. Simply don't use vehicle all the time, even for the short distances. If the distance is very short, you can go by walk. And second thing is avoid the burning of these fossil fuels to a large extent. What is this burning of fossil fuels means? The coal, petrol, and diesel. As they are not again be replaced in the nature, that's why they are called as fossil fuels. Once it is used, once it is completed, again we cannot replace it. That's why these are now named as fossil fuels. The burning of these coal petrol will release very harmful gases like carbon dioxide, methane into this air. And because of these harmful gases, the two major threats is going to occur on the earth, that is the greenhouse effect, and second thing is the global warming. These are nowadays our earth's temperature is keep on increasing day to day. Why it is increasing means because of this air pollution. The harmful gases which are present in the air keep on helping in increasing our earth's temperature, so that it is leading to this global warming and greenhouse effect. Now I'll explain you what is this greenhouse effect and what is this global warming for you in detail, so that you will understand the importance of reducing this air pollution. Yeah, children. This air pollution is causing a major threat to our environment, that is the greenhouse effect and this global warming. Let me make you to understand what is greenhouse effect and what is global warming in this video. Now, we are getting sunlight to the earth from the sun. This sunlight consists of three types of rays. One is the ultraviolet rays, second one is the visible light, and the third one is the infrared light. These are the every sunlight is the combination of ultraviolet light, visible light, and infrared rays. And now these three rays will reach the earth, and the earth is surrounded by a thick blanket of air called as atmosphere. You all know that the earth is surrounded by a thick blanket called as atmosphere. In this atmosphere we are having oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, everything in this atmosphere. The main role of atmosphere is to protect the earth from these ultraviolet rays and infrared rays. Visible light is not harmful, so the visible light directly reaches the earth, directly reaches the earth. The atmosphere allows the visible light, but the ultraviolet rays and infrared rays will be blocked by this atmosphere. And then nowadays what is happening because of this air pollution, the gases like greenhouse gases are becoming more and more in the atmosphere and forming a separate layer around this atmosphere. Around the atmosphere it is forming a separate layer. And what are these greenhouse gases means? One is the carbon dioxide, methane, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide. These are all the greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases, to little extent, it is beneficial, but it is exceeding its limit and causing harm to the environment. Now, these greenhouse gases formed as a separate layer. Actually, these ultraviolet rays will be sent back into the space by the ozone layer which is present in the atmosphere. There is a separate layer called as what? What is the separate layer called? Ozone layer. This ozone layer will stop these ultraviolet rays and it will send back into the space. And these infrared rays, when it is trying to reach the earth, and the earth will send back these infrared rays into the space. But because of these greenhouse gases, which is formed as a layer, these greenhouse gases is not allowing the infrared rays to escape into the space. Again, these greenhouse gases, once the earth sends these infrared rays back into the space, these greenhouse gases is not allowing the infrared rays to go back. Again, it starts reflecting back again to the earth. Because of these infrared rays, again coming back to the earth, slowly the temperature of the earth is increasing year on year because of these greenhouse gases. This is called as greenhouse effect and global warming. This greenhouse effect is good for the earth to little extent. How means if there are no greenhouse gases, the earth cannot be kept in the warm condition. This because of these greenhouse gases only, even the sun is not there during the night time, the earth is kept warmer because of this greenhouse effect. You may think that teacher, now this greenhouse effect is beneficial only. Why you are saying it is not a beneficial? But the limit of these greenhouse gases in the air has been extended too much. So now it became a problem as these greenhouse gases is blocking these infrared rays not to go back, and it is sending it back into the earth. And because of this infrared rays, the earth's temperature is year on increasing. Once the earth temperature increases, what will happen, children? What will happen? Immediately the glaciers, the which are in the glacier starts melting, the sea level increases, and the floods will occur, and all the climatic imbalances will occur because of this global warming. Nowadays, the scientists and environmentalists are warning to reduce these greenhouse gases. How to reduce these greenhouse gases? By minimizing the usage of vehicles, by minimizing the burning of these fossil fuels. These are the two things which we can do, and planting more trees and avoiding deforestation. These are the things which help in reducing the greenhouse gases. Once these carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide is reduced in the air means automatically the greenhouse effect will be reduced. When these greenhouse gases come down, immediately the global warming, that rise in the temperature of the earth also will start coming down, and everything coming to the new normal. Now, the second type of pollution is the water pollution. The water pollution is caused the pollute adding the harmful substances into the water bodies is called as water pollution. The causes of this water pollution is waste from the industries and the sewage pipelines which are coming from the homes and the big buildings. And second thing is various activities which are done near the ponds and pools, lakes and the river and in the villages, like cleaning the animals, washing the clothes, and many activities will be done in the villages near the ponds and pools, which are contaminating the water. And second thing is the major threat of this water pollution is the oil spillage from the ships. And these are the three major regions which are happening in the to make the water polluted. And next one, if you drink this polluted water, what will happen, children? Immediately we are going to affect with we are going to affect with so many diseases like cholera, dreadful diseases, diarrhea, typhoid. These are all the diseases which are happening with this polluted water. And what are the preventive measures which we can take to avoid this water pollution is filter the effluents which are coming from the industries before releasing into the water body. Simply they are releasing into the water bodies children. Before releasing into the water bodies, you have to filter the harmful substances from these wastage coming from the industry. Then you should ensure to release into the water bodies. And second thing is save the water and try to reuse that water. And because of this water pollution, aquatic animals are very badly affected because of these poisonous substances which are mixing into the water body. And the major thing which I want to discuss with you today is this oil spillage from the ships. Many goods from one country to other country is transported through these ships. And when there is any small badly affected, a ship is affected or any injured, these ships, the oil starts spilling from the ship's tank, and this oil, it won't mix up with the water. So the oil spread as a layer on the surface of the water. Then what will happen? This oil won't allow the oxygen to go inside the water and reach the aquatic animals. So because of this oil spillage and the many aquatic animals will die due to lack of oxygen. Why means the oil forms as a layer on the surface of the water and it don't allow the water to oxygen to go inside, so that most of the aquatic animals are put into danger and many aquatic animals will die because of this oil spillage on the water. Even next, even we can say that the mosquito breeding places like on the drainages, to avoid the mosquito breeding, we will spill the oil on this stagnant water. Why means to avoid to break up the contact of the oxygen, so that the eggs of these mosquitoes will die and we can prevent this breeding of these mosquitoes. Now we are going to discuss about the next two types of pollutions. One is the land pollution, another one is the noise pollution. Land pollution means adding the harmful substances into the soil is called as a land pollution. The causes for this land pollution is dumping of plastic bags and excess use of the chemicals like fertilizers. Instead of using the natural fertilizers, we are going with the chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides to grow the crops. And second thing is what it is happening, this usage of this dumping of garbage on the land and this usage of these poisonous chemicals and insecticides, and soil is losing its nutrients. When the soil loses its nutrients, is there any scope of growing the plants or trees? No. Obviously, the growth of the plants will be reduced and ultimately it will become a barren land. When the trees are less, automatically there is a cause of occurring soil erosion. What is this soil erosion? Removing the fertile soil, removing the useful soil, or is removing the topsoil from the layers of the soil is called as the soil erosion. Actually, what the trees will do means the roots of the trees which will be spreading inside the soil will hold the soil particles very tightly, so that there is no chance of taking away the useful soil by the wind or water, because the roots will hold that soil particles very tightly. Because of this land pollution, what is happening? There is no nutrients in the soil, so the plants are unable to grow properly. When the plants are not there, who will hold the soil particles? No one will hold. So there is a chance of occurring this soil erosion. Once the soil erosion is very severe, then the land will become a barren land and slowly it changes into a desert land where the no vegetation will be seen. Next one is the next two type of noise pollution. We are very badly suffering with this noise pollution. Am I right, children? How means the honking of the vehicles, unnecessarily they will be honking the vehicles. And second thing is the when the Diwali comes, because the sounds which are coming from firing the crackers, that is one of the reason. And the loudspeakers, when any function is there, they will play the loudspeakers with a high voice. And next, construction of buildings, there will be the lot of noise. So there are so many sources which causes this noise pollution. You don't know that this noise pollution will be slowly impact show the impact on our brain. First thing is it causes the sleeplessness, means there won't be the sound sleep. If there is no the sound sleep, all the activities occurring in our body get disturbed. So we need to have the sufficient sleep, like 8 hours sound sleep. Because of this noise pollution, we are very badly affected. So what will happen if there is no sound sleep? The effects will be very dangerous, like hypertension. Hypertension means BP will be occur, and if there is no proper sleep, BP, heart diseases. Hearing impairment means we cannot hear the sounds properly. Only the louder sounds we can hear, and the lower sounds we cannot hear. These are all the things, and there will be the lot of sleep disturbance. Yes, children. Till now we have discussed all the four pollutions. Now it's time for us how to save the environment. How can we save the environment? The first thing is we have to minimize this pollution to be safe in this world. What we have to do is for reducing the air pollution, as we have discussed earlier, minimizing the usage of vehicles and avoiding the burning of not we cannot avoid completely, but we can minimize the using of these fossil fuels, and we can go by walk or cycling for short distances. And second thing is we have to plant more trees. These are the four major things which will help in reducing our air pollution. Coming to the water pollution, water, these also very important natural source, we need to protect it. So what we have to do is before throwing in the proper management of garbage, simply wherever you see the water, we should not throw the waste or garbage into it. And the industries, we should ensure that when the industries are releasing its waste into the water bodies, they have to filter the harmful substances once it is released. And we have to ensure that there should not be any oil spillage when the goods are transporting from one country to another country through the ships. And this next one is the proper management of waste disposal. Wherever we find an empty land, means we'll simply go and throw the garbage and will come off. Is it a good thing? No, because indirectly we are polluting our land, we are keeping our lives into the risk. So what we have to do, we have to dispose the garbage in the proper bins without throwing, instead of throwing on the open lands. And next one is we have to use a eco-friendly manures, simply not chemical fertilizers or insecticides. Using insecticides and chemical fertilizers, it is a very easy thing, but we should not do that because the soil is very precious. So what kind of fertilizers we have to use means better go for the natural and eco-friendly manures. And next one, instead of simply don't go to the shop by swinging your hands. Carry one cloth bag whenever you are going to buy a grocery from a shop, so that you can avoid the you minimize or you can avoid the usage of these plastic bags which are very harmful to our environment. Even in the construction of the factories, we have to keep the factories away from the city, because the smoke which is coming from the factories will very badly affect the people in that surrounding area. Instead of using these fossil fuels, better go for eco-friendly energies like solar energy, water energy, and wind energy. We can use it to be encouraged in order to reduce at least some of the pollution and to be safe on this earth. Hope you understand this entire topic, the environment, through this video, children. If any queries, you can contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day, children.